Okay, this is 4.69 miles from home. This is a little hill on the Soos Creek Trail. Doesn't even register on Climb Pro. Okay, the speed of the descent, 42 miles an hour, on line, 8 to 10%. 44 and a half, 45. 45 and a half. This is essentially the start of this 1 mile, is 400-foot climb. Okay, this is funny. It's a little downhill section before we get right here. Start on the most evil part of this climb with about half a mile to go. It's going to kick up to, as I recall, 12%. There's 0.4 to go. It's the 12% right here. Make that 13% with 0.35 to go. It's eased down to 10% with 0.2 miles to go. With about 100 yards to go, it's eased up to 7%, 6%. Here's some typical Enumclaw Plateau riding. A few little hills, but fairly level. Can be a little windy at times, not so today. 17.86 miles. More Enumclaw Plateau, 21.25 miles. Lots of farmland out here, not a lot of traffic. More Enumclaw Plateau on 468. 23 miles in, Mount Rainier is kind of off to the right there, partially in the clouds. Yeah, a few more miles, we'll get on Mud Mountain Road. Start heading up that way. This is Mud Mountain Road now. It's where they're still doing construction. Past the Foothills Trail Bridge. I'm not sure what all they're doing here. It looks major. So look at the new Foothills Trail Bridge. I don't know when it's going to be done, but it doesn't. This part looks pretty close. More Mud Mountain Road. There's Pinnacle Peak up ahead. There's a parking lot trailhead for that. Just a little walk up there. 24.25 miles in the ride. We go 3 miles before the actual real climb starts. It's interesting because Climb Pro had this climb starting about a quarter mile ago, and I've been kind of almost going downhill. Here's where it starts. Right at this little one-lane road, they had a slide off to the left. They closed the main one-laner. Here's where the slide closed the other lane. This is actually the steepest part of this climb, believe it or not. 11-12% just for this little bit. Miles to go. We were just on some 9-10%. Now we're on about 6-7 for a little bit. Just like this, ebbs and flows. And the last half mile or so is a decent little. Okay, we've got 0.95 to go. 312 ascending left. This is just going under some power lines. I don't think there's any more houses past here. There were some houses down in the lower section. At about 0.8 miles, it kicks up in the 6 to 7% range for most of the rest of it until the last maybe 10th of a mile. Okay, all these little potholes, poor patches. That's why I actually prefer coming down 410. With half a mile to go, 156 feet left. We're on a pretty solid 7 to 8% grade here. With 2/10 of a mile to go, 47 feet. It's eased to 4 or 5%. But that last third of a mile or so before was a good 8 to 9. Now it's going to be in the 4-ish. Okay, we're basically at the intersection and just about, not quite. Okay, the climb, according to Climb Pro, has ended. We're about to enter Mountain Park. Interesting, it opens at 9 a.m. and closes at 8 p.m. We're going to head off to the left here to the viewpoint. It's a nice park here, except they do not have any running water to resupply. So they have fountains, but they just don't have them turned on. They haven't for a couple years. We're approaching the little observation area. 29.5 miles into this ride. Okay, we're approaching 410, Highway 410. Turn off for the Mud Mountain Dam. We're going to head back to Enumclaw. It's 31.81 miles. Thankfully, traffic is usually pretty light on this potentially busy highway. Here's a level spot with about 2 miles to go. We're at 1,021 feet. We did have a packer about 7 cars back there fast on narrow. This is the wide part of it. Okay, we just made our final descent into Enumclaw. The golf course is off to the left there. And we're about a third of a mile from our turn off to head up towards Nolte. We're 35.4 miles into the ride. Right up. Here's kind of an informational sign. In Nolte State Park, right up the signal. They're telling me to go this back way. I've never tried this. So I'm going to see what the heck looks like. It's actually not a bad little detour around the traffic light and the mess. Looks like they're building a lot more homes or something out here. So much for being out in the country. I'm on 284th Avenue Southeast, and it's a gray road now, but right up there at the shoulder kind of goes down to nothing. So by turning on 416 and going east just a little bit and then north, I can totally avoid that section of the bad road. Okay, this is 292nd Avenue Southeast. This is the back road. Less traffic. No tiny shoulder. It's a nice little diversion for a little bit before this joins back on the highway past that shoulder. It's interesting, there's Southeast 408 there. They sometimes offer main road version of Southeast 384. Just a little quieter. Dogs are out, they like to play chase. Okay, we're gonna take another back road southeast, or 295th Avenue Southeast. This will lead us in the back door of Nolte. Okay, this is the back door to Nolte. 41.45 miles over the drive. Little gravel path. Push up the parking lot. Look at that. Right there, this place will probably be really crowded, I'm guessing. We shall see. I've seen worse. Looks like there's a table over here. There's Deep Lake. Little town of Kangley. There's a little restaurant, car station that looks vacant, and the grocery store, and a few houses and not a lot else. Canasket Kangley Road, one of my favorite little 3-mile stretches of road. Up at that peak up ahead is Donald Mountain, which has a trail to the top. At the end of this road is the trailhead for it. Okay, this is the end/beginning of Southeast Kangley Road. Actually, it does go another 2 miles up this way. The dead ends in Selleck, so we're just gonna get a nice like 5 miles kind of downhill here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made our final descent of Raysdale.